Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of The Talk. Hi, sister.
Hey, baby girl.
I missed you so much. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing better.
Like, I really
I
did
feel like,
miss you. I
no,
really do miss you.
I was just telling Boo, a little babe thing. I was like, yo, like, I have not spoken to Wellington in over,
In
like,
a
I feels like
while.
two
And I feel
weeks.
like the world has gone so many places in the time that we have not spoken. It's been crazy. It's been
No.
crazy.
I feel like a lot has changed. I definitely can't wait for us to, like, kick, cat, cat. But I feel like recovering from fucking June, from Pride Month and July, I was like, and I have a social battery. I feel like it hit me, like, this month where I'm like, damn, bro, like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm over it. Like, I'm not old, you know what I mean? But it's like,
But it's like,
bitch,
damn,
I
like,
can't
I'm
do it
not.
how I used to do it.
Right, like I'm not bouncing back as quick as I used to bounce back. So, like all of that has to be taken into account, you know?
I blame work for it because I feel like work just takes up most of my time. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
how in college we were waking up at 8:30 in the morning and not ending our like work school day until like 9:30, and then bitch 10:30 is when you're hitting up the plug key. Like,
Right. No. What? First of all, you get out of class at 8 o'clock. You have an event at 8:30. The event is until 10. After the event, there's the cackle.
the cackle,
After the cackle of the event, there's the cackle to the cackle.
the
And then
ca-
after that cackle, we're hitting the plug up. Then we go into a bathroom in someone's apartment to smoke it up in the bathroom.
with the water running.
Um, with the water running and risking it with the RA, and every day is how did
Every
we
day
do it?
was an adventure, and I missed that. I feel like I was sharing this the other day. I'm like, which is not a bad thing. It's the first time I have like a good amount of stability, but I'm like, I'm used to working in chaos. Like, where
Yeah.
is the chaos? And obviously, life hands it to you naturally, but
You know what's
yeah,
funny, that now that you say that, I got so used to working in chaos that now my MO is to like wait until things are chaotic, because that's when I feel like I can tap in mentally. Like when I have too much, even at work, like when I have too much
yeah,
time to do something, I'm always waiting till like the last 2 days to do it, because I just feel like, oh, that's when I'll be able to like focus on it.
I'll kick up. I'm gonna kick up. It's gonna be my best
College, I don't
work.
know if that's a good thing, but like that definitely started in college.
I definitely say yeah. That's where I perfected that skill because I'm not gonna sit here and lie like I didn't do that all throughout high school. But like college was like, oh bitch,
I was a good ass student in high
the
school.
product that's coming out.
I was
I'm
a good ass
like,
student in high school. College really changed me. I blame Greek life, because
w-
in when I was in high school, I used to do so good, and I was like so about my studies and everything. I went to college and met people from Patterson, and my life changed.
Patterson is to blame,
Patterson is the blame.
and that's that. And we have a lot of things that I want to put the blame on. So like, let's get into the motherfucking tea, baby.
So, I mean, for all of our listeners, we know that this is like 3,000 years late, but we have to talk about it.
Bitch, better late than never.
Better late than ever, girl. And honestly, like some fans are just watching the finale. No shade.
They're getting
No
around it now.
shade. No shade. Well, most of you know that Jimbo won All Stars 8. Congratulations to
Ba-ba-ba-bow.
Jimbo.
Congratulations,
Um,
Jimbo.
well, first things first, were you happy? Were you not happy? Were you surprised? Were you not surprised?
For those of you who've been tuned in from episode 1 of this season all the way to now, you already
Right.
know I'm a Candy Muse apologist through and through. I am
Mm-hmm.
part of that little Muse hive. I am part of the Muse Mafia. I am the Muse
Mm-hmm.
Mafia. Um, was it deserved? Like, yeah, like the bitch had the wins, but I was just guy that just didn't think they were gonna give it to an international queen. Like, I thought Miss Muse had that in the
I
bag.
thought that the moment they added Jimbo to this cast, it was Jimbo's thing. Like the moment they added an international queen that was strong, it was, because you also have to remember All Star 7 also featured an international queen and she didn't win.
True.
So it's kind of like, okay, now we're featuring the second international queen. And let's like this was Jimbo's just as much as season 15 was Sasha Colby's drag race. This was Jimbo's drag race. Let's be honest.
Fair.
And
Fair.
I will say this: Candy Muse, you fought your way through this competition, and you listen, you got yourself to that top two, and you earned that shit.
Yeah.
However, your runways could have been way better, and if you had better runways, you could have won this competition. And that is the only thing that I feel that fuck the wins, because Candy didn't need no win to win. Fuck the wins.
Hmm.
She has the charisma. RuPaul is her favorite. It's her biggest fan, and she has the talent. Her runways were so minimal compared to Jimbo's that it's you can't crown her.
Yeah. And I feel like looking at the bigger picture, like, pulled back, I could see that because there were a lot of the looks that I feel looking back were they needed editing. You know what I mean? Editing in the sense that they just needed to be that All Stars level that we've kept like asking for throughout the season. And like, I love Candy, don't get me wrong, but Jimbo's internet look, or that look alone, was iconic.
Iconic.
The one that Candy did with the big like inflated ponytails was like dope as fuck. But I do think she had a lot of like not the same silhouette because she gave us different silhouettes. It's just
No,
it's what
she
takes it. It's like Brooklyn Heights was good, but then when you see Brooklyn Heights on Canada, you're like, wow, like this bitch is like redefined. Like everything, every detail on there was put on with intention.
the thing is, okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. And we're looking for our listeners that are watching us on YouTube. We're currently looking, well, if you're watching us on YouTube, you're watching the screen. But for our listeners that are listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, we're currently looking at all of Candy's looks, brought to you by Drag That Looks. Thank you, Drag That Looks, for always providing us with the looks that we talk
Holding
about
it
on this
down.
podcast, holding it down. Um, so looking back, she has some great looks. Trust me. Like, first of all, let's talk about that promo look. That promo look was just to die for. Her entrance look, it was all right. The sec the RuPaul
Entrance
look
look was cute.
the RuPaul look was amazing. The other look with that fur coat was amazing. She had the one with the ass where she was like, this like anime figure. That was amazing. Towards the end, it was not giving what it should have been done. Look after the one with the face on her shoulder. Look at the silhouettes.
That's what I mean.
Like, you know what I'm
They're like
saying?
they're
Like,
like they're like the same, but they're not the same because it's like the inflatable one and the one that was for Grace Jones, different silhouette, like same silhouette but just crafted differently. And
yeah.
obviously, like work with what you know, or like work with what you know is gonna serve best on that runway. But I will have to say, like, I wish there was a gown look. Like, I wish there was a look here that I'm like, oh
Yeah,
shit,
I mean, I know
like
she's not
that's
a
regal as fuck.
right. There's not the only thing that's regal was what's
I mean,
her
that look for the host, for the roast host. She has the
for the
black dress.
I mean, yeah, but it's just a black, like, it's just a cute little black dress. I think the most glamorous she looked was her promo look, honestly.
I could
Honestly.
agree. I could agree with that.
I
It's
think
the
the
most.
others
It's the most like
others
all star.
all of the other ones are her ready for a lip sync. I will give her that. She's ready for a lip sync in all of these looks for
Ready to
sure.
clear any bitch.
She's ready to clear, and like, you cannot clock it. But it's like, I really think that's what really and let's look at some of the comments. At Alma's Drag says, no joke, I think Candy should have waited a few years before doing All Stars. She didn't get much character development since season 13. I disagree with
Crazy.
that.
No, I
Disagree
disagree
with that.
major.
You should not have an opinion. At draws drag race, the same silhouette. Retweet. At Gonzalo DC says, you can't deny she improved. That's true. You can't deny she improved.
You can't deny she improved. Same silhouette, different. That's a different combo. But
Yeah. At my Drag Race says Candy's aesthetic is kind of underappreciated. She knows what works for her. Lots of these looks are great.
I can
Yeah,
respect
but
that.
but you have to respect that, but you also have to respect the fact that this is a show, and this is something that we keep saying time and time and again. This is a show, so Candy knows that she should have brought different type of silhouettes. She knows that. She knows that about the show. She's watched it many times and she's been on it already and made it all the way to the finale. So Candy knows exactly what to expect. Candy's not a girl that went home in the first 2 weeks and doesn't know what being 5 weeks into the process is. You know,
Yeah.
she knows. So, compared to this is Jimbo's trajectory
I mean, honestly, I
on
also
the
don't see
season.
too many different silhouettes here either. I mean, there are. Look at those first
Okay,
four.
okay. Like, come on. Like, before you start talking shit, you need to look
No,
because you
girl,
cannot.
but zoom in, zoom in. Look at the first four. The first four are different, but you're not telling me that the second row, that white isn't the same one as that green salad, and then the one next to it
But
isn't
that's
the same as
but
Adam
that's
and
a
Eve.
different. But that's a different week. And literally, Candy had the same shit back to back. And also, hold on,
Cap.
you cannot compare the one next to it, which she's like some type of like alien, to the Adam and Eve. When the Adam and Eve is a double look where she turned around. Come on now.
It wasn't all. It was cute. It was dope, but it
you
no.
you cannot
Like
say these are the same silhouette because when we say Candy had the same silhouette, we don't mean like these are the same silhouette,
it's
but these are different concept. Candy silhouettes are the same, and the concept are also the same.
I don't think the concepts are the same. I don't think the concepts are the same.
What's this and what's this? The white. Look at the white, and then look at the
It's
next to the
it's
white,
different
and then look
weeks.
at. But it's the same concept.
No, like the one that I could see here and say
Literally,
is the same concept is at most those like the red ones. She does the red looks a lot because she did that also on her original season.
how many red looks do you count? Two. Look at the white and the metallic. Those are the same.
Where's
Three.
the metallic?
The white one where she has the flares and the white
Hmm.
wig next to the red one on the corner, and then from the first column, the third one down, that metallic one.
Okay, okay, I could give you that one. That one's the
Wait,
same
hold on, I'm
silhouette,
not done.
but
Then look at the one next to Grace Jones that she's wearing metallic and a blonde wig, and look at the one under it, blonde wig with metallic again. It's the
okay, but
same
now,
shit.
but but now let's go to Jimbo. That's what I'm saying too. Like, look at Jimbo's little strawberry shortcake looking outfit right here. The green.
Which
She
one?
has that like the salad.
The green. Okay, so point me to one that is the same concept as that one.
What's the one that's on the end of the second row?
The one with the RuPaul faces.
Okay, that was just hideous. That's another one that was
That was
just
not hideous because I'm gonna in post edit. I'm gonna see what you said about that
it
look
was.
because
I
I know
said it
you were
was cute, but
gagging.
I said it was. I probably was gagging, but I don't know. I feel like there at the end of the day,
It's
when it comes down
okay
to
to be proven
concept,
wrong.
no, it's not that. That's the thing. It's like I'm gonna have my own opinion on it. My opinion on it is that although she does have different concepts on it, she also had same silhouette in certain areas. And if we don't want to say certain same silhouettes with her, you can't tell me that she didn't carry on with those boobs through and through and through and through. So it's like
But at least the boobs were different in many ways. That's what I'm saying.
I would say she has a concept game down, which is how I started off. That internet look, which is the second one in the second row, she definitely ate down, and that was one of the best looks in all of Drag Race.
And
But
look, let's look at the
I feel like I'm
out
not
of
gonna
all of
sit here
these
and stretch
looks.
either.
Out of all of these looks, only three of them have her with ginormous boobs. Only three.
The Marilyn Monroe was actually really cute too. I mean, the
But
material's there. There's no, that's not what's being in denial.
I'm sorry.
But
I think that Jimbo wrote a masterclass and reimagined what a look queen is. These looks were highly conceptual. They had a storyline.
they're
They were
quirky.
they were drag, expensive, thought out. Even the most simpler ones look expensive. Um,
The
she ate this
bikini.
down. I think that this this brief of the entire season is one of the strongest briefs I've seen in a while. Look, like just looking at everything in general, this is probably one of the strongest looks that a queen has performed on Drag Race.
I feel like when Utica comes back for All Stars, she'll challenge her for that if she makes
I,
it to
I
the
can
end.
see why you say that. I can
Because this is, I
If
feel like,
Utica takes her time, she could
mhm.
be a baby Jimbo. If Utica, but I mean, not let me not
in the
place
sense,
her under.
in the sense of like, you know how when you think of Katy Perry, you're thinking instantly like, California Girls, where she has like the whipped cream shooting out her tits. Like
Mhm.
that's what I picture like Utica and Jimbo's fashion. It's very like theater meets fashion meets like reality. So good work, Jimbo.
Yeah.
I was the way that my producer hat, the way I thought about it was just kind of like it guess it works out kind of because in the sense of transitioning, we had Candy in her like regular season where she was like mean girl Candy, and this season we kind of got to see her softer side and make it to top 2 again. So I feel like in a
I
way,
never consider her to be a mean girl.
me neither, but in the sense of the GP's eyes. So I feel like now we're in that area where they've pushed Candy to kind of have this like underdog storyline. So when she comes back on a third time, it's like automatic, like that's her crown. But at the end of the day,
I
they
agree.
both
I
kind of,
agree. If Candy
they
comes back on another drag race,
is hers.
like
I
if
mean,
you for any queens that are listening, if you are casted and you for some reason find out that Candy's on the cast, just don't waste your time. If you actually want to win, if you just want to if you just want to be a Monica Beverly Hills and just go for the little check and for the little exposure, then do it. But if you actually want to win, don't waste your time.
fuck, was I gonna say? Oh, I mean, they also kind of in a way both won. They both got to own, their own spin-offs in a way on
Yeah,
um
so that was big. That was
huge.
actually big, like huge. Um, right after Jimbo was crowned the winner of All Stars 8, World of Wonder announced that both Jimbo and Candy got their own shows on Wow Plus.
Congratulations, ladies.
No, that's really dope. I think it's both an interview series. One is
Well, I think Jimbo's is gonna be live, and then Candy's is gonna be more interview based, which
yeah.
is super exciting. And I have your WoW login on my TV, so I cannot wait to log in and
No, I
get
support
the
WoW.
scoop.
I support WoW Plus even when I'm not watching anything. Take my coins, baby. Take my coins. Yeah, so I thought that we should look at the overall looks of all of the girls for the category finale Fabulasity. First up, we have Kahana Montrese.
Gorgeous. Doesn't feel with the look.
I thought it was gorgeous. I thought that, when she explained it and the story and the bones and this and that, it was everything. I love the heart. It's giving Las Vegas, but in a way not Las Vegas. Like, like it's camp. I like it.
No, I
And her
like it a
face
lot.
is beat to the gods, honey. Like that's one of my favorite things about Kahana, that face. Like she
It's not even
truly.
giving like Vegas. It's giving me like Coachella, like one of the like, but she's in the VIP side of Coachella. Like,
Yeah, like festival vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, Vanessa Hudgens is getting this made right now for next year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a wet for sure. Then we have Kahana Montrese.
I said, wait, she walked twice. I have to say, the first thing my eyes went to was the wig and the separation between the headpiece and the wig. I did not
Right.
like that blonde color. I think she should have done a black slick hair. I know it's not her brand. She's a blondie. But when it comes to the dress, it looks cute. I definitely think it would have looked better on a little more melanated skin, just for it to pop out a little more. When maybe she could have bronzed it out a little bit. But
Oh, girl,
I will
no,
have to give it to
no,
her.
no. I'm gonna.
Me
we
setting
are
her up.
not. We are not going to require the white queens to put on a melanated tone
I ain't
for
say
the
all
night.
that. So a little bit of bronzer.
Raven is gonna
No,
listen to this and think that she's
she's in the clear.
excused. Oh
No, I
Lord.
just feel like she should have done a darker hair, like to bring in the
Yeah, the
face
darker hair
with
would
the
have made her
color.
pop out more for sure. I definitely agree with that critique.
But the outfit
I
is
thought
cute.
the outfit is cute, but I thought, this was your finale for Velocity. Like
It's
let's talk.
good,
Like,
girl. Because wait till we get to the person that I'm like,
no, wait, hold on though, because let's think about it. These looks that even the eliminated girls are presenting was the looks that they picked out for their finale. Like this was
mm,
the look that they
what they
picked
would have
out.
worn.
if they would have made it to the finale.
Oh, I thought this was their last Fame game. She go. I I'm gonna start off with Miss Darian Lake here. I loved when she had like the little drapes on the side, which I'm so happy she's entering this
She
new
was
era
her
where
own
she's gonna
body.
where she's gonna able to show what she wants to show. I just do think that the material was great. I just don't think it was finale worthy. It's very like
This is first
episode
episode.
2 girl group challenge,
This is first
and like
episode. This is first
you're gonna lip
episode.
sync,
This is
But I
this
will
is
have to say, look at that face, stamped. Speak.
this is first
Oh,
episode. What's that challenge? What's that category? Authentic drag. What is it? I forget what it's called.
wait, say that last part again. The what?
Am I breaking up?
No, I guess I said something, and Siri started like registering what I was saying, so
Oh.
I couldn't hear what you were saying.
This is first episode when they do that challenge, like authentic drag or like your original drag or your mainstream, like like
Like when
this.
like the photo shoot.
Yeah, no.
It's good, and again, it's good. It's just for finale, questionable.
Then we have Mrs. Kasha Davis.
The silhouette needs to be cinched. Like, I'm sorry, it just is giving very SpongeBob SquarePants at the top. And then I think the shoulders start off way too high. Um, a lot of editing needed. But again, way better than anything right now I have in my closet. But opinion based, I just feel like it needs to be like,
I need an older queen to come on Drag Race and show the girls how to do it.
well, Jimbo just did that. Jimbo's pretty old.
But Jimbo,
How old is Jimbo?
but Jimbo's not like I'm talking about like Darian Lakes, Kasha Davis, very Delta Work, like in those lanes, like
Like Latrice Royale.
Latrice Royale, another older queen, Pandora Box, even though Pandora already was on All Star 6, but even on All Star 6, she had great looks. Those older queens that were on the earlier seasons,
Yeah.
I need them to come back. And also, like, I'm not just saying older queens like in older seasons, I'm also talking about in age, like
Yeah,
older
yeah, yeah.
queen. Mrs. Kasha Davis is an older queen. Like, there's no shade about that. That's an old person, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I
Well
need
seasoned,
some.
well seasoned.
I don't care about seasons. I just need someone that's
No, I
50 and
said
up.
she's well seasoned. She's well seasoned.
Oh yeah, she's definitely well seasoned. I need someone that is 50 and up to come on Drag Race and show the girls how to do it, because y'all are giving these older queens a bad name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because no shade, if I'm a viewer, from what you and Darian presented this, not Darian so much, because I'm not even gonna lie, Darian has some great looks.
I mean, I think Kasha Davis had very questionable looks,
I think
right?
Kasha Davis'
She
looks
came
were
out.
all whack. It was all just like fucking uh, basic, like basic drag.
But her passion is cute. That's why I would say sells. You know what I
But
mean?
this is not
Her
about
pa-
passion, and this is not about.
But it's just I'm gonna still give her flowers on that.
I mean,
You know what I
sure,
mean?
but like this is a competition. Like if you're not serving looks, cunt, charisma, uniqueness, and talent, I don't really give a fuck. I don't give a fuck that you want to show that you want
Oh,
to help the community. Yes, that's amazing and that's extracurricular, but we're here to win a competition, honey.
okay. Yeah, I heard
You
it.
don't you don't think that?
I mean, yeah, because like in my competitive state, like very much that's my energy. I'm going in
That's what I'm
there.
saying. Like I need Latrice Royale to come on and show the girls how to compete.
I also want a season. Like I know we keep saying it's so mixy because it's like we want a season with drama, but then the bitches be like, "Ugh, like everyone wants to play victim or everyone's just so soft." And then I'm like, yo, y'all need to really go back and watch the first few seasons where bitches was getting like ruthless, like bringing out shit from like before the cameras were
That's
on.
why when people talk shit about Kahana, about when that whole Heidi and Kahana shit went down, I don't give a fuck. Heidi, that was some pussy ass shit. Because if you was real enough to go on Twitter and talk all that shit about Kahana, and you were okay with doing that, no matter what the fuck it was, I don't give a fuck if you was just defending yourself.
You got to be ready
Do,
for the
do,
backlash. You're saying.
exactly. Do not try to pull the mental health card later. But when you want to talk your shit, you talk your shit.
Mm.
I just hate the
Wee.
like, it's a
You know
double
what
standard
Beyonce calls that? Playing villain and the victim at the
at the
same
same
time.
time.
Whole lot of.
Literally. 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 Like Heidi, you really get on my nerves. Anyways, still love you though. Like love you
I forgot
down.
she was on the season.
And RuPaul made sure that we forgot too, because RuPaul did not invite that bitch back.
She looked like Trinity the Tuck here.
I was literally gonna say, and next Trinity the Tuck
Meets Pheromone. Who's
meets
this? This is
Pheromone.
Nisha.
This is Naisha Lopez, yes.
She did. This is a really good look.
This is a really good look, and this is the most high fashion and regal we've seen her.
All
I
season
love the
long.
I love the fact that she's wearing a different color wig. You know, we don't really see Naisha in some like dramatic colors like this. She's usually wearing very like human tone colors. Um, I love the dress. I love the fact that she has these sleeves and volume. I think it's really strong.
I think it is really good. I respectfully will say there's nothing there that like from what we got to see from her through the season that ties it in to this the final look. Like I know she's like beautiful, obviously, but like you see how Kahana's look, we could even if we want to call it festival, we're like, oh showgirl, like it's giving Vegas. Even James Manfield has like the boobs, like
Yeah,
uh
like no
I mean,
shade. Like
Tasha
I
Davis is
don't.
very boxy and very like basic. I feel like this was very like holy shit, bitch! Like this, what the fuck you had in your fucking arsenal this entire time, and like, what the hell did you present to us? You know?
But it's also like Naisha Lopez. I'm still questioning what your theme is, what your thing is. Like like
She's
I
a
don't
drag queen.
sure, but like
Is she comedy? Is she fashion? Is she
and like
wit?
I definitely hear the conversations that some queens don't want to be labeled anything, and you have the right to do that. I'm gonna still do whatever the fuck I want though. And I just I think she does pedestrian drag very well.
That's a compliment somewhere in there.
It's no shade. It's really like I think she does regular lady drag very well. Naisha Lopez looks like a woman when she's in drag. And I
Yeah.
think that's what she does great. I think that this is the most draggy we will see her. Different color wig, you know. And I wish that she would give us more of this, but I feel like she doesn't have this in her to do it like all the time.
Maybe now that she's getting a little more of that foot traction, because like Roscoe's her interviews are really like picking up and stuff. So maybe
I
she's
mean,
getting that
no,
Quintana.
you think so? Because Roscoe's has been lit for a very long time, which is why when she was announced, I thought she was gonna kill the competition because you've been on Roscoe's and you've been cashing a check.
Yeah, I don't know, but hopefully all we can see is something better. We also don't even know where the like you know how they have like the Marvel universe, like we don't know where the hell the Drag Race universe is gonna be at.
I'm just crying because
Okay.
you said hopefully we're gonna see something better, and I immediately clicked next, and Monica Beverly Hills is up.
Miss Monica Beverly Hills. I would say that dress and the bouquet, right? What is it called? The boa is cute. I wish the hair was bigger. I see the vision. Definitely I feel like the best thing she in her own, competition, her own lane, one of the best things she presented. Um
Oh, this is definitely one of the best looks that Monica Beverly Hills has presented this entire season.
and the purple looks good on her, like on her. Like it
Yeah,
looks really good.
yeah.
Um the makeup too, like I don't know. I don't want to be like play them
No,
because
no, no, no,
she
no, no,
but it's
no, no.
like like
She did this.
yeah,
She
like I wish this is where we started with her this season.
yes. Yes, I wish that this was the beginning to Monica's story and not the end. Um, her makeup is great. Her hair is good. The dress is good, and it's giving, fantasy illusion in the sense of like there's a level of cunt to it that I'm clocking. Like I'm here for it.
You're not clocking.
Why I'm clocking it? Because I can see it. Um, there's just like I don't. I
It's the
just
hair. It has
it's
no
the hair,
volume
right? It's the hair.
because it's like the
Like
body is like boom, 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 and then
if
you have
the
the
hair would
fucking
have been
shoulders.
just so like it's crazy because the things that I fault some queens for, or not even fault, because at the end of the day everybody's drag is valid, but to my opinion, the things that I fault some queens on are things that I want to see in others. In the sense
Yeah.
of Kasha Davis, I fault her for always doing basic drag. Where like with Monica, I want her to go into some basic drag. Give us some basic big wigs and some basic gowns. Like, like it's like
It's like a spectrum. It's like there's that big basic drag, and then there's like thinking outside of the box, and then there's in the middle where it's like you're navigating, and then you have Serena Chacha all the way over there. But it's like you want her to fall a little more to the dramatic side where you're seeing those big
yes,
lashes, you're seeing the bigger
I
hair,
I
you're
I
seeing the
need
overdrawn lip.
yes, I need Monica Beverly Hills, and this is no shade because I feel like also the girls tend to take it as shade when you tell them to like analyze someone else's drag. But sometimes you have to look at your competitors and your colleagues and see what the fuck they're doing and
I
see
mean,
if
and you
there's
can even go back in your idols because it's like, look how Ru has
yeah,
evolved his drag. I mean, their drag from like
right,
where they started at to where they're at now. And it's like, I'm
right.
sure
But you know
they
what I'm
had
saying?
to
Like
look.
sometimes you tell somebody like, oh, like you should go look at other people in your field, and they'd be like, I don't need to look at anybody. I'm who I am. Da, da, da. Like, no,
Yeah.
like I look at other podcast hosts to see how they host their podcast and see if I can take any pointer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we have to
You
make
could
sure that we're
learn.
yeah, you can learn from everything. So I definitely think that Monica Beverly Hills, if you're listening to this, please look. If you didn't already, watch season 15 of regular Drag Race and see the work of art that Sasha Colby did on that stage and see the transformation of Sasha from the workroom to the stage. And we want you to be more dramatic because you need to understand that when you're giving us regular, your regular is starting
When you're
to
presenting yourself, it's such
yeah,
already like,
you need like your is the lines are starting to blur between is this how you present yourself to the world or is this you in drag, you know? So like I don't want to see the dresses that you wore to the club or that you're willing to wear to the club. I want to see the dresses that you're going to do a gig in, like that like that's my thing with Monica Beverly Hills. I don't know if this is drag or if this is just in Monica's closet.
I mean, I feel like the queens are also in different, like, how do I say
But
this?
drag at the end of the day, drag is a profession. So, like it has, like so it can't be like pedestrian shit.
Yeah, well,
There has to be an art to it or like, I don't know.
yeah. I was gonna go into the more of the like the financing part. I was like, maybe like things are different, like where they're allocating their money to. But hopefully, again, just
They
like
need to bring back Drag University and revamp it and make it like a thing where like the girls that got eliminated in the first 5 weeks of a competition then go to Drag University where like they meet all stars and like winners and they can like talk about like how to improve their drag and for the
oh
next
my god.
competition.
And then they
Like
do drag the voice, and you have to like turn around, and then you pick your own team, and it's like Trixie, Bob, Alaska, and like fucking like Monet Exchange, and you have to
yeah,
like pick
yeah.
queens and
How
build them
dope would
up.
that be?
Hold on, we own 51%.
No, but for real, because like on some real shit, like queens like this, I think that Monica has so much potential, but Monica needs to be, handheld a little bit. No shade, and it's
No,
really
no, but
no
respectfully,
shade.
respectfully, and I feel like that's something that I could relate to if I'm being like genuine and vulnerable. Like, obviously, I feel like one thing I have learned about these queens and from the queens is like, ain't nobody gonna fucking hold your hands. Like, nobody did it for them. They're not gonna do it for you. But once they see you doing it,
But
they'll
if you
help
have
you.
someone that's willing to
And
do that shit, fuck it.
yeah, of course, but not everyone's willing. So it's like I feel like when maybe this is bringing her back into that spotlight where people are reaching out to her and like helping her collaborate. Because once I saw her dropping that like video, her music video for Not a Soaking Clock, I was like, okay, like this has like I don't know. I'm making a story that line up, but I'm like, I know Priyanka or like Trixie or Katya or someone hit her up and was like, girl, you have
Like
to
it has
monetize
someone
off
else
this. Like,
written all over it.
yeah, just because the way that I have Monica painted in
It's
my
no
head
shade.
is
The girl
just
has
very
not done
like
anything in years.
it very much is like, what do you do successfully, quickly?
Emphasis on the quickly. Oh my god, that was funny. I was funny. Okay, so now we have Jimbo's finale look, and it was a wet for me. I thought this was super camp. It
Bosco.
Bosco wishes. Bosco wishes. No shade.
No, I would have to say Jimbo. When Jimbo came out in this, I was like, oh bitch.
This
I
is
was like,
Jimbo's
Kenzie
crown.
better come. Like, Kenzie better come out with fucking waterfall dress because it looked good. Also, I'm not gonna hold you. It's not something where it's like out of this world. Like, oh my god, I've never seen before. But again, this
The
was something
girls
that
just
worked for me. I was considering everything she's presented on the runway, and I'm still on that goddamn internet look. Like that internet look. When she pulled that out, it was like, yeah, it was like when Alyssa brought out her camera dress. I swear Alyssa was gonna win.
right, right. You know what's the thing is to me is that I'd be so interested in what, like, every time the finale comes around, I'm always so interested in what the girls are going to present on the runway because I'd be so shocked at what they think is finale worthy. No shade.
Ugh, I wish we had like a budget
Because
where we
this
could just be like, fuck it, now let's present ours, and we like what like scene
right.
change,
No,
and
one
we're
day
like,
on the tuck, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go as we're recapping weeks, we're gonna try to do looks ourselves and provide our looks.
wait,
Anyways,
can I take a quick bathroom break? We finished at that
sure.
point right there. We finished at that point right there. I have to pee really bad.
What was I talking about?
You said one day we're gonna have the budget like for the tuck to like.
Okay, yeah. So no, but what I was gonna say it was that I just don't understand, and now I'm just talking to the listeners. So listeners, you're here with me because Edward is having a bathroom break right now. So I just feel like the queens every time they provide their finale dresses, some of these looks are just not finale enough to me. It's the finale. Like, have you watched Miss Universe? Have you watched, this big competitions about fashion and beauty? Like, when it's the finale runway, you need to bring it. It needs to be glamorous. It needs to be big. It needs to have a train. Like the hair needs to be massive.
Yeah, like when I think finale, I think respectfully Trinity the Tuck. I feel like every single look they presented
Yes.
at All Star 7 was a finale look. And
Yes.
that's what I want. And I know it's
Yes.
not always financially possible. And this is coming from a bitch who don't know how to sew, but like, bitch, if I was going to All Stars or Drag Race next year, I'm learning how to sew. Like, and if I don't, I think I can make a sickening gown with hot glue sticks. So
No, but you literally took it right out of my lips. I think that when I think of finale, I think of Trinity the Tuck. I'm sorry, like, come on, girls. This silhouette is cute, but like, it's
it's like she could reuse that respectfully. Like she could use that
yeah,
on the tour. Like I know that we're gonna see that when we go to
yeah.
work the world.
This is something like this is not giving crowning I mean, she wasn't crowned in this though. But still, like, I don't know. I don't know. Candy.
I love
It
the
was it
yellow.
it was the
I
hair
love
for me. It was
I
the hair for me.
I it was
I
Okay, it
don't
was two
want
things for
finger
me.
waves at the finale. I
It
don't want to
was the
see finger
hair.
waves
I
at the finale. This is not like, stop. Finger waves are not allowed at the finale. What the
From this day
fuck?
forward, finger waves were banned on the set of Drag Race.
Like,
Yeah, I think the hair. I didn't like how where I love that it was ostrich feather. I just didn't like where it started at, and I didn't like the top. I feel like I wish it was more like, like I don't know. I feel like this is
yeah,
way
the
too
top
high
is
for the space that's here.
no shade.
The proportions are off. Is what
The
I'm
top
saying.
is giving like prom dress. It's and also I didn't like the way that the slit was cut.
I mean,
You
she
can't.
looked gorgeous. She looked
No, she
gorgeous, but
looks gorgeous, but
again, we're on
we're
the topic of
nitpicking.
finale. Yeah.
We're nitpicking. At the end of the day, we're nitpicking. It is what it is. This is our fucking job. You don't want to hear me nitpick Candy? Then turn off the fucking podcast. Don't listen to us. Damn. I don't fucking give
Yeah,
a fuck.
I feel like
Anyways,
she looks gorgeous. I just feel like the proportions were off. But one thing that cannot be taken away is that mug. The slit I wish was a little more forward, like you were saying. I don't know. Wait, were you saying you wanted it a little more forward?
I feel like the slit didn't like slit too much. You know, like it
Like it
just
didn't add.
like I feel like it could have been better. I just feel like it could have been better. I just feel like it should have like when the dress opened, I low key thought that it was going to just like opened up because like it wasn't it like the material. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like a slit from like this, you know, like it wasn't like a triangle slit. It was like the material. Like you see this top part, the
Yeah.
material, the ostriches are like placed on top of that.
It's not a
So the
different like
so so like
lighter.
so like the slit opens like it's already opened and she just put her
Yeah.
leg through it instead of
Yeah.
like it being like all of
Like
one thing.
flowy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like
Hmm.
it just to me it
It didn't overlap versus it had like two start points.
right.
Yeah, it was definitely like it was cute, but just not. I don't know. I didn't like. It wasn't something where it's like I could get behind someone, with a gun and be like, "Bitch, say he looks good." Like if they be like share their opinion, it's like okay, like like too much.
Um uh
I also feel like they were like beatboxing through this motherfucking finale. They were just like they were
beatboxing girl.
done. They were like, we have 45 minutes of studio time left. Like, let's wrap it up. Because after this,
No.
they went right into the Fame Games.
Yes, and at the Fame Games, of course, who won? Who run the world? Girls, who run the world? Girls, who run the world?
Miss
Girls.
La 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 Re experience.
Ree. Our winners of All Stars 8, Miss Lala Ree, Queen of the Fame Games, and Jimbo, winner of All Stars 8.
I'm
Lala
proud of
looked
them.
regal,
Oh my god, she
but
looked beautiful.
again,
But
fuck that finger wave.
well, no, in this case, I feel like the finger waves work. What pisses me off is where the hell was this? And I know she says she's not a gown girl. She loves herself
But she
a
looked
little,
so good.
so
Like,
fucking good.
when she said that, I was actually upset because I'm like, you're not a gown girl. You look so good.
She
Like
looks
you literally
gorge.
like this is All Stars. This like
Where?
Lala,
Where
Lala,
was it?
Lala. You would have showed. You would have showed. I mean, I can understand. This was her finale look. This was her finale look. I can understand why it was packed up and never taken out. It was her finale look. Um, Jimbo got crowned in this. I don't know. I just feel like the crowning moments. I'm not even gonna put this on the queens. I'm gonna put this on production. World of Wonder, if you're listening, we need to workshop these crowning moments. They're not doing it for me. And when a queen, let me just come out of this because I'm
I swore we was getting a double crowning.
Me too. Me too. I really thought we were getting a double crowning. But back to my point, when a queen is winning RuPaul's Drag Race, that should be a situation just how it is, you know, on regular Drag Race, in the big finale. But I think that I get it. We have to film both queens winning because there's no way that the show is going to be kept secret if we only film one winner and it's going to leak. I get it. I understand why they're doing that. But this crowning moments need to be workshopped because there's no reason why Jimbo is being crowned in this. I feel like I don't know. To me, as a viewer and as a fan of competitions like this, I feel like the crowning moment should be in the most regal outfit.
Yeah.
I get it; it's not a pageant, but in my opinion, I feel like when you're being put the crown, you should look like $1 million.
Well, I think about it more even from the marketing standpoint. Like, this is the pictures that's hitting the papers, and it's
Right.
like you want something that's gonna be. I don't want to say universal because, like, bitch, obviously that's what has her here. She's unique in her own way, but it's like you also want to make sure that when you're like sitting there promoting it, it's gonna pull in. I mean, hey, who said titties is not gonna bring in more eyes into the motherfucking drag race world? Fair, but also it's like we want to be able to make sure that we can flip this photo and make Quintana off of it. So I don't know. I just feel like now that I got
The
tired of
girls
the
don't
boobs,
even
it's
get
a cute
crowned
little
for
staple.
real. The girls don't even get crowned for real. Where's the crown?
At least they should have a crown that's there for the fucking just for set.
Literally, like,
Child, what could you do?
and they could definitely like, okay, they could shoot this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then okay, stop. Bring the cameras down. Put that crown on her. Pin it to her hair so it doesn't fall off. And then bring the cameras back up and shoot just shots of her with the crown on.
Walking, yeah.
And then mash that with while she's giving her exit speech. I don't need to tell you how to produce. These
Yeah, I heard the
crowning
balls.
moments need to be better. No shade.
Agreed.
Lala went home with $60,000. Jimbo went home with how much? 150, 200, 200,000, right?
Jimbo,
Yeah,
200,000 plus
200,000
whatever
plus
the fuck.
plus all. I mean, she won 4 challenges, and each challenge was $5,000, and she won one lip sync, which was $10,000.
10,000.
So that's
What?
$30,000, right? I'm gay. I
$230,000.
can't do math.
Candy left with like 35K. Jessica left with about 45.
Hmm.
Also, they said fuck second place, bitch. They said cut the cameras. They didn't even crown her. They gave Jimbo her scepter. They said Lala walk on down. Click, click,
Right.
click, click, click. And they said, all right, blackout. And that's it.
Well, before we end, I wanted to go through some, fun facts about All Stars 8. All Stars 8 is the first season to have a final two before the finale. So this is the
Yes.
first time that we've seen this. This is the first All Star season to only include one runner-up, Candy Muse. This is the first All Star season to not include a queen from a previous All Star season since All Stars 4. So
Yeah.
it hadn't included someone recently. This is the first All Star season to be primarily made up of queens that did not advance far in their original season. This is also the first All Star season to not include previous All Star winners' photos in the opening credits. This is
Previous
this
All-Star
is
photo.
it's yeah, it's a bunch of this. This is the first All Star season to feature international lip sync assassins being Panjana Hills and Priyanka. This is the first All Star season to feature a queen that has never competed in front of RuPaul previously, Priyanka.
True.
Like, that was Priyanka. That's why that moment for Priyanka was so big. It was the first time that she saw RuPaul in front of her. Aside
And
from
perform.
like DragCon and shit like that. But like at the end of the day, what happens on the main stage is what matters. If it
Yeah.
didn't happen in the main stage, it's not part of the multiverse. I'm sorry. Like it's not. Like DragCon into there's a reality show. I'm pitching another thing to WoW. There should be like a reality show at DragCon. Like there needs to be like, why isn't there BTS BTS like vlogs on the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube. Like, what's going on? Hire me. Um,
Send the resume.
this is the second All Star season to include a queen from an international season. Jimbo, of course, All Star 7 included. What's her name again? The winner,
Vivica,
the
Bianca,
the Vivian, the Vivian,
the
the
Vix,
Vivian,
the Vivian.
the Vixen. Oh
Monet
God,
Exchange.
Monet. I'm gonna just leave it there, honey. I'm gonna just leave it there. Thank you
Monet
guys so much
Exchange.
for listening to another episode of The Talk. We love doing this.
It's never
We
a dull
really-
moment in this bitch.
It's never a dull moment in this bitch. Again, if you want to watch us, make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel at The Reality Rundown. That's where we streamed all of our episodes. So make sure that you go on YouTube, search The Reality Rundown, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time there's a new episode of The Talk. Okay.
Ding.
Follow us on Instagram at The Talk Podcast and on Twitter at The Talk Podcast. And follow us. My name is Wellington on air, and my co-host.
I'm Edward _ENC. Beep beep.
We
It's
love
The
you
Talk,
guys
bitch.
so much. Thank you much for listening. See you next week. Bye.
Kisses. Mwah.